Welcome to DTV, guys. My name is Awais. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm back in my basement doing all kinds of car stuff here. This is a video I wanted to make about a month ago, and I'm just getting around to doing this. I really wanted to talk about it because I think it's really interesting. It is the new, what are they calling it? The Daytona SRT EV that Dodge is coming out. They actually revealed it, I believe it was towards the middle of July. I'm a little late, but it's still, I've made a couple of videos about EVs and hybrids on my channel in another series that I do, and I really wanted to talk about this because I think it is incredibly interesting. The world doesn't really do well with change, even though human civilization has shown time and time again, change is very important and can bring very good things. And in this case, we have something that I think is incredible and could be a really fun car that, because of just some old mindsets, people don't like it. And it's highly controversial, and I want to talk about it. I think it's a really cool thing to talk about. And here is an image of the car that was released, or rather concept. It's a concept of a car. This is going to be, I guess, they didn't really say if there's going to be multiple trims. I imagine there's going to be a lot of trims on this. I think visually it looks fantastic. It looks really good. When it comes to power, if they're saying it's going to be like over 1,000 horsepower, it's going to be all-wheel drive. I'm really not sure what people are complaining about. It really is, it is unique in the sense that even the cars that they're based off of, just your Charger Hellcat and your Challenger Hellcat, they're also, I still think they're fairly unique in today's car market. I mean, a car that you can pay $70,000 for and like from the factory have over 700 horsepower and at the same time have a warranty on every one of those horses. It really is in a unique position. So if you have one, that's really cool. I've never driven one. I've always wanted to. And actually, related to this, hopefully soon I'm going to have a video of a friend of mine who has a 2011 Mustang GT with a Stage 2 Edelbrock supercharger. It's like pushing 690 horsepower or something like that. I've never been in anything that fast before. That's going to be the first car that quick that I'm going to be in. So keep an eye out. You definitely want to subscribe if you want to watch that video. But I wanted to get into a couple of stats about the older cars to try and understand, you know, what makes these popular. So I found this website that actually shows a lot of stats for older cars for both Chargers and Challengers by year. And it was really interesting because the original Charger came out in 2005, and I actually used to work at a Honda dealership in Texas, in Houston. And our Honda dealership also owned a Dodge dealership. That's where I first test drove the very first introduced Charger. I mean, it was big, it was heavy, and to be honest, at that time, it was a little slow because I don't think it had that 475 horsepower V8 that they have now, like that 392. And at the same time, you know, it came back as a four-door, and people didn't really like it. And you can see by these numbers, 2005, they only sold about 44,000, but like what happened between 2005 and 2008? It just skyrocketed. And I don't remember if they came out with like another trim. I think they did. I think there was like the SXT, and then right after that they came out with the RT trim, which had the bigger engine in it. Very cool, right? People started buying them like crazy. And if you look throughout the years, it's been pretty consistent. Like gas mileage and prices haven't really affected this car as much. So it was a little bit of a dip between 2008, 2009. But I mean, after that, I'd say for the most part, those sales, very consistent. Now I've got the Charger, that was the Challenger, that was the Charger. And here I've got the Challenger, came out in 2008. I don't remember when the Challenger first came out. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. Again, I have all the respect for muscle cars. I've never really been that big of a fan. I guess it's because my mom's van was an American car, and man, it died all the time. So I was like, stay away from that for a little bit. But, you know, you can see after 2012, pretty consistent numbers, right? 51, 51, 66. So like these cars are selling. It's not like they have trouble selling these cars. And it seems like they have a consistent base of people who are buying them. So these people, and may not even be the same individuals who are buying these new cars or would potentially buy the new EV, that are the same people that are saying that the new EV sucks, or the new EV is this, or new EV is that. And there are a couple of complaints that we're gonna get into. I actually have the video that I pulled up from Dodge's little press release or whatever they did, and it's one specific section of the video that I'd say a lot of people on the internet are troubled with, and I'm gonna play it for you so you guys know exactly what part I'm talking about. I actually have it pulled up right here, and it's specifically this. I'll mute myself so you guys can hear. So that is very interesting. Okay, first of all, if somebody told me that they were gonna take a Hellcat and they were gonna make it electric, and they asked me, what would it sound like? To be honest, that is exactly what I would imagine without seeing an EV Hellcat, think that's what it was gonna sound like. And that may not even be like the Hellcat, that just may be like the SRT model, or in this case, like I don't know what the hell they're gonna name it. They're just calling it a Daytona, but they're also saying that that two-door is a Charger. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with that. It's gonna be over 1,000 horsepower. It's got, allegedly, it's gonna have all-wheel drive. That alone is a recipe for an incredibly fast car. I mean, think about it. If you go and ask any Mopar guy, what is the 5 things that he loves about his or her, or their Hellcat, or even this Cat Pack or whatever, they'll tell you speed, 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 and sound. This part they're worried about. Every time I hear a Hellcat, Charger, or Challenger on the road that wants to race my tiny little Subaru, which separate tangent, but that makes no sense at all. I don't know why they always want to race me. They know they're gonna beat me, they still want to race. That's fine. I don't really hear like a throaty V8 or something like that. The only thing that I hear is the supercharger whine. And to be honest, this thing's probably gonna have some sort of coil whine in it that's, for better or worse, gonna be about the same, right? So, not really sure why they're upset. I personally, even though I'm not a muscle car guy, I'm really looking forward to something like this coming out. Because you look at the Teslas, you look at some other EVs that are just, they have so much like immediate torque. And to put even more torque than those cars have, you know, like everybody talks about like the Tesla Plaid goes like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds or something crazy, you know, up to like 120. Dodge is gonna make something that's gonna be able to do that, and then also go up to, I don't know, 180, 190 miles per hour, you know, because I have pulled up on Dodge's site the comparison for so like the cheapest one is a SRT Hellcat wide body for Chargers, but Challengers, you can just get like a regular Hellcat. I think they have a wide body as well. But if you look over here, this 199 miles per hour is the top speed for a Challenger, and this one is 196. I mean, that's fast, right? So if modern EVs are hitting like a certain speed, because obviously there's no gears, you know, that's still fast, but like these cars are generally already going way, way faster. That's kind of one of the reasons they love them. You have 700 horsepower, you want to be able to hit almost 200 miles per hour or whatever. I mean, don't do it on the streets, obviously, you know. Whatever they do, that's their business. But I just feel like a lot of times something new like this is shown off, concept, which is what it is. It is still a concept. People, I feel like, have a very strong knee-jerk reaction, like, oh my God, why does it look like this? Why does it sound like that? Oh, this is terrible. You know, I love Subarus. The Impreza and the WRX and the SI are they have always had this exact same problem. Every new model that came out, everyone hated it. Oh my God, you'd get on the internet, you'd read magazines, they're like, oh, why did Subaru do this? This new lights look ugly. Every single time. You give it about 2 months, month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, minds change completely. You see them everywhere. People are starting to love them. Mods are coming out. What the hell happened to all the people that hated them? Like, where did they go? Same thing is gonna happen. Obviously, they said performance stuff here. They didn't show performance stuff. As soon as the first video that comes out of this car going incredibly fast, faster than probably anything else that's out on the market, or a great publicity stunt for them would be to actually take one of these and race their latest, I guess 21 or 22 model year Hellcats. And if it just like destroys them, you literally don't have to say anything else. At that point, the car is gonna sell itself. It's pretty easy. Fast car, makes a weird noise, it's a Dodge. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say about it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.